Walk down the right back alley in Sin City, and you could find anything.
2005 Sin City would come with a trigger warning if it was released today. Although one could argue this is a feminist film with all its strong, empowered female characters. See The Deadly Assassin Mio, for example. Directed by Robert Rodriguez with special guest director Quentin Tarantino, the Toxic Male trilogy is completed by the graphic novelist Frank Miller. This is Frank's baby. Miller's graphic novel is first and foremost a homage to classic film noir. As a boy, his first love was comics, but he also was a huge fan of noir writers such as Mickey Spillane and Raymond Chandler. Miller paints a picture of a seedy underbelly of corrupt society using light and shadow to communicate emotions. The occasional burst of primary colour also works as a great effect. Miller said he liked to write stories about tough guys in trench coats, beautiful women, and vintage cars. You can divide the film into 3 different stories, each one having their own lead character, Clive Owen, Bruce Willis, and Mickey Rourke. All 3 stories take place in Basin City. The stories deal with violence and corruption, and are all standard noir tropes with a twist. An aging cop with a bum ticker risks his life to protect a little girl from a well-connected paedophile. An over-the-hill tough guy who's looking for the person responsible for the death of his beloved Goldie. Corrupt cops get what they deserve, but it unleashes extreme consequences. This is a great example of how subversion in film should be done. Sin City is graphic design, graphic novel, graphic violence. Unlike films today, there are extremely tough female characters. Miller famously rallied against the helpless woman trope when he joined DC Comics, preferring the strong femme fatale type characters from film noir. He also created one of the most famous female comic book heroes of all time in an Elektra. There are no women pounding men twice their size or needlessly belittling male characters to elevate a strong, empowered woman. Even when the character Dwight strikes Gal, it doesn't feel like a man oppressing a woman, but of 2 equal characters. He is aware these girls could kill him, but the girls are also aware that it could come at a very high cost. Women in this world are deadly, but also beautiful. Some people may find this objectification problematic, but for me, it's this beauty that graphically contrasts the ugliness of this world. This would still be a good film if it had just been Bruce Willis and Clive Owen's story. What raises it to the level of great is Mickey Rourke. Mickey, in my opinion, is an extremely underrated actor. He isn't taken as seriously as he should be. If you look at his body of work, it's surprisingly impressive. And let's not forget, he won an Oscar for his performance in The Wrestler. Mickey really came to prominence in the film 9.5 Weeks, but his breakout movie for me is the fantastic film Diner, and anyone who hasn't witnessed the popcorn scene from the movie theatre needs to watch this film immediately. As far as the manly meter goes, even the women get a 5 out of 5 on this one.
I killed 3 men tonight. Torture first. You might say I've been working my way up the food chain. First 2 were minnows, small-time messengers. But it was Connolly, the money man who fingered you, Padre.
Dear Lord, man, this is a house of God.
Just give me a damn name. Rourke. You really are pushing your luck, Padre, feeding me garbage like that. It can't be that big.
There's a farm out North Cross in Lenox. It's all there. Find out for yourself. While you're at it, ask yourself if that corpse of a slut is worth dying for.
Worth dying for. Worth killing for.